Young and Hefe, Wack 100, 600, Dude Sims, Yael. Now I watched the video from Young and Hefe, and he was kind of like responding to, I assume, Dude Sims and Yael and them ain't feeling Young and Hefe aligning itself with Wack 100 and 600. I ain't gonna necessarily say like aligning itself, but at least that's how they taking it, right? So he associating himself with Wack, and a lot of people is upset with that. And through the one video that I caught from Young and Hefe, I'm gonna point out a handful of different things, right? To where I do agree with Young and Hefe on certain things, and then I don't agree with him on certain things. Now, and also for the audience, it's a lot for y'all to learn in this too, because I feel like we cannot turn YouTube or the internet into the new great savior. You cannot look to celebrities and public figures and rappers, athletes, entertainers, any of that for a savior. Now, can you possibly stumble across somebody that represents something that can help you be a better person, or get through something, or motivate you, whatever it may be? Yeah, absolutely. But people got to stop trying to get on this internet looking for somebody to be the realest person on earth, and stop having all these expectations on people. I'm not upset with nobody on who they rock with on this internet, because I don't have no expectations on nobody, on anybody, right? Now, yeah, if you say you represent this, or if you say you stand for this, then I will look at it like, hey, you're not necessarily keeping it a Benji based upon how you represent yourself. If I catch it and I peep it, then I will speak on it if I choose to, but I ain't gonna be all upset with it. But it's gonna be that way, because a lot of y'all are looking for reality through the internet. Like, y'all want the streets to run hand in hand with the internet, and it's just not gonna be the case. Anybody who get on this internet and get on these podcasts, YouTube, whatever they may do, they do it because they want to be somebody in that space. No one's getting on here just like, yo, I got an inheritance, I hit the lottery, I just got so much money. I guess that would be like a Mr. Beast campaign. Like, I just got all this money, we gonna do this, and that. No one's really getting on here just speaking just because they big on their message. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are covering hot topics, current events. When people are doing that, no matter how you flip it, they are trying to be somebody in this space. Because that's one of the biggest things that you have to be doing when you're trying to keep up in this space, is keep up with current events and hot topics. Just like if you was a real reporter or a news channel, rushing to be the first one on the scene and all that type of stuff. So that's what people have to understand. Like, if a person was trying to run street politics, they'd be in the streets trying to run. But they on the internet, so people are just merely just commentating, covering content, reacting to content, speaking on what's going on, trying to make some money, trying to get some fame, some clout, whatever it may be. But people is definitely out to get the W by getting on these cameras and speaking. So y'all got to know that first and foremost. A lot of people want to rock with Wack 100. A lot of people are going to go mess with Adam 22 and No Jumper. No matter what people be saying, no matter what disagreement, like, it's probably only a strong 5 to 10% of individuals who will really will pass up an opportunity to interact with Wack or Adam and No Jumper. Only a 5 to 10%. The rest of the 90% type, they gonna interact with them. Because guess what? Most of them don't really know Wack or Adam. So they're going to remove the line of it being personal. Then they're going to start implementing the whole, it's just business. And then from there, it's just going to be whatever a person choose to do. But Wack is somebody in this space. Adam and them is somebody in this space. People is going to associate themselves with that. Now, in the video that I caught from Young and Hefe, it was the video where he was calling out Dude Sims for interviewing a dude who is J Hood's dad, I believe, from Main Street, who is an open snitch. Do see him have show love and did an interview with him just because I guess it was some type of smutting Wack 100 campaign. Now, Young and Hefe was right? Like, people try to not care about what's really going on with the streets, but try to get on the internet and run some type of like full-on politics session, right? Like, you can interact with a dude who really told, and it's open, and he open about it. This is what Hefe say, that the dude from Shutterbox from Main Street, he don't deny telling. He would explain why he done told, right? And that's not a problem for Deuce Sims. But Wack 100 being a rat is. Somebody that, you know, I don't even know if Deuce Sims even know him from the streets or whatever the case may be. But a lot of people done became familiar with Wack through the internet, and they be more upset with a dude that they became familiar with through the internet than they be from these dudes that they be familiar with through the streets. And I do not agree with that. If you gonna get the calling stuff out, call it all out. I ain't tripping, but keep it fair, keep it real. Cause it's one thing to keep it a Benji, but then it's another thing to be pushing narratives. And I've been peeped that with a lot of people. Like, a lot of dudes on here is just trying to push narratives. So, but what I don't agree with Young and Hefe is he said you shouldn't be on here associating yourself with a person who's no good, and you out here trying to pretty much put another person on blast for not being in good standing, right? Like, how you gonna be sitting here dealing with Stutterbox, but you got a problem with Wack? And I feel like that's kind of like the same thing, Young and Hefe. You can't really call out Deuce Sims when you just ran content on Compton TG, the root of J Hood. You ran his content pertaining to Compton TG. And I felt like he should not have no involvement in that whatsoever. Far as his own get down, he could have did it, speak on it, do what he do. His audience rock with him or not, that's his get down. But if we talking about somebody being in good standing or in breaking the rules and all that, that politicking and that relaying messages from people and through people and all that should just be from people who's in good standing. I'm not saying that J Hood can't know the truth, but at the same time, I don't think that's a place for like a person who's in good standing to do. Like, just like politicking with him through the content, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's like we conversing through the whole, it's like politicking. So that's where I don't agree with that, and I don't understand that, you know? Also, you know, Young and Hefe was saying things about some grid program. So the fact that he's starting to speak, and I'm going to speak on this too. Like, Wack is very much a smart person. Wack is definitely smart. Like, even if, like, Wack is also a likable guy. Like, I feel like whether you agree with him, because it's like, I don't agree with everything he do, but he's very interesting to me, and he's a likable guy. Like, I have a like for him, right? Because he made things very interesting. Like, I believe in my heart that Wack 100 is playing a game that Young and Hefe is not playing. That's in my belief. Like, I don't believe that, you know, Young and Hefe is playing the same game that Wack is playing. Because if you really pay attention to the growth of Young and Hefe, you can see how he kind of had a like, he been getting a lot of like rubbing shoulders or some alley hoops from people that's more so not really a fan of Wack, you know. Young and Hefe started running content against Wack and all that stuff a couple times, whatever. I think Wack had spoke on Monster Cody, and I think Young Ant took that and started, you know, launching his campaigns or whatever, right? Now, why I say that Wack is smart is because now you got Young and Hefe. A lot of people is really upset with Young and Hefe by him making the choice to associate himself with Wack. I'm seeing this in a lot of comments from different little things. Like I said, I watched the one video and I saw some pictures and stuff from like community posts that people are posting. Not people, but y'all know, in the community tab. and I'm reading comments and everything pertaining to anything related to Wack and Young and Hefe, people are not happy with Young and Hefe choice to associate themselves with Wack. Now, what's going to happen? And also, now look, you got Young and Hefe going back and forth with Yael and Dude Sims. And he on there like talking about ain't nobody put out no real paperwork on Wack and all these things. That's going to rub people the wrong way. It's a lot of people out here talking about they done put out the paperwork and it's real paperwork and it's out there. So they going to look at Young and Hefe like he's choosing not to find that paperwork or read it. That's how they going to take it. I ain't saying what's true or what's not, but that's how they going to take it. They going to look at it like he being selective, and they going to look at him like he's challenging their word because they out here saying he is a snitch. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to have some new enemies in that. Also, he's like speaking ill of the grid program, right? When he get to speaking on that grid program, that's going to be other people who's a part of that or any similar type of program. They're going to feel offended behind that as well. And this whole situation of people attacking him for associating with Wack is going to turn into Young and Hefe defending Wack in some type of way. Even if that's not what his intentions is, he's going to have to defend him in certain type of ways. Because Young and Hefe ain't stupid. So he understand like when people are kind of like being selective or, you know, making this a big topic but not making this a topic. So he's going to call out certain things. And now it's going to start getting more realer because you putting his character and his street rep and all that stuff on trial. So now if people want to put his street image on trial, he's going to have to return that and get at people on why you ain't did this, why you ain't got this. He going to do the homework. People going to send him stuff. It's going to be all of that. I don't believe that Wack is... I don't really want to like... Well, how can I say it? Yeah, like I believe that Wack has a problem with Young and Hefe to a certain degree. And I feel like Wack is playing games with the whole board game to where anything that can be used to his advantage, he's going to do it. And that means like once he associates himself with when Young and Hefe associate himself with Wack, that like debunks and water down anything that Young and Hefe have said about Wack. If it was something that was of strong substance, like he can I didn't like the outfit Wack had on. That's one thing. But I'm saying if he went off into saying things about challenging Wack's morals, integrity, honor, any of that stuff, and now that he done aligned himself, excuse my language, but then associated himself with him, that is going to water down all that and can possibly be viewed as, you know, debunked from people. And when Wack, and I tell people all the time, Wack is already in his position to where he's not going to get viewed no worse than what he already is viewed as. He done turned people disliking him into a W. Smart man in that aspect. He done turned that into a win. And whatever is nothing else more that people can actually say or do towards him. Everything been done said or done about him for the most part. Like, it's nothing else. So tomorrow, if a problem break out between Young and Hefe and Wack, Wack can say everything under the sun about how this dude just be running his mouth. He just wanted to hang with me. He didn't really mean none of that stuff that he was saying. I just want to show y'all I'm a part of the exposure, so I had to expose y'all. Free Troy Ave, the streets is a myth. That's why I did business with 6ix9ine. These street cats be acting like they this, and the third. But look, you don't got a problem with Wack. You don't got a problem with Wack. Was I a rat loving type of dude? Was I a COCC2 back dude? Was I all this type of stuff and the bozo and the clown and all that when the dude wanted to sit with me? That's how Wack gonna go about it. So I kind of believe that Young and Hefe might have put himself in a situation that he might not comprehend well. And I'm not trying to say that to like belittle him or challenge his thinking. I just believe that he probably do not really care that much, and a lot of this stuff is probably not that serious to him as it is to other people. See, Wack is a smart guy. He understands the power of media. You know what I'm saying? He really does. He's on the top of the tier with that. It's deeper than him just trying to get on camera or trying to become somebody in this space. Young and Hefe is trying to become somebody in this space. No matter how he put it, whether he choose to be braggadocious about it or humble about it, he's trying to be somebody in this space. And he have became somebody in this space and in a certain genre of this, time frame right now. But he's not necessarily just stamped and just stapled. He's going to be stapled if he stay doing what he's doing. Give him a year or two, he can be just a real staple. I'm hearing people giving him all this flowers for what he have accomplished in his short time. But I just feel like you could probably put yourself in the twist. It kind of remind me of the Milk 7-4 and the Adam thing. He did. I don't want to say it was just totally exact, because I don't think Young and Hefe did half or 90% of the, getting that Wack like Milk was getting that Adam. But it just seemed like ever since Milk went back up there, seemed like a lot of like the Milk motion just kind of shifted. And that's in my opinion. I just ain't been catching it like I used to catch it. It seemed like just people, when you grab your people based upon certain things, like you stand for this or you stand against this, and then you no longer seem like you stand against that, or you no longer seem like you stand for this, people gonna go another route. Because even if it's not that big of a deal for you, people is on here looking for real. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to get on here to be lied to. They don't want to be doing none of those things. So I don't want to stretch this video no longer than what it is. Y'all probably get where I'm going with this on everything I done said and, highlighted. I'm interested to see what's going to happen, because I'm sure it's going to be certain people that's going to come out and start speaking ill of Young and Hefe. Relationships is going to shift. Y'all just pay attention to it on this internet platform. And just be careful on who you choose to try to look to as your savior, or just a person who can pop that stuff that you relate to. A lot of y'all don't really be caring about the message that people be putting out. Y'all just be so caught up in the siding up with the whole internet back and forth and disagreements. So if a person just be on this side of the fence, y'all just be so team. When a person be on that side of the fence, y'all be so anti. And y'all can continue to conduct y'all program however y'all want to, but only blame y'allself when y'all be feeling let down. So shout out to the Dice Crew, man. Shout out to Young and Hefe, Wack and everybody I mentioned. It's interesting. It's all on the internet. So we gonna tune in a little bit. We gonna see what happens. But y'all jump in the comments and let me know everything y'all think or how y'all view just everything that's going on. And I'm gonna tune in a little bit more about all this stuff and watch some more videos from Young and Hefe and probably double back and speak on something. But I think through this video I pretty much was able to sum everything up, and I think I was able to touch on everything that was on everybody's mind. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get with y'all in the next video. Shout out to the Dice Crew. I'm out.